Is he really coming? You're all going to be mad at me. All right, now we start Roger again. Roger! Richard Stone.
My name is Roger Stone. Perhaps you've heard of me. It's a great honor and a privilege to be with you today, although it's a great honor and a privilege to be anywhere today. I see so many of my good friends in the room. For example, Pastor Mark Burns. So many other great Americans. 2016 was a watershed year in American politics. It was the year in which the American people finally threw off the two-party duopoly and the elites of both parties that had driven America into decline. They had given us endless foreign war where our inherent national interests were just not clear. The erosion of our civil liberties, where our text messages, our emails, our phone calls, our metadata were being collected by our government. Immigration policies that cheat the people who are waiting in line to come to America legally and reward those who come here illegally, making our streets and neighborhoods and communities unsafe. Trade policies that literally sucked the jobs out of America and shipped them overseas. Economic policies that left us a stagnant economy where young people graduating from college had to move in with their parents because there were no job opportunities. One man has changed all of that. One brash, irrepressible, confident billionaire who said in an interview some 20 years ago, when asked by Oprah Winfrey, "What about you, Donald? Will you ever run for public office? Would you ever run for president?" "No," he said, "I don't think so. Unless things get so bad that I have no choice." Donald Trump has been my friend for 40 years. I wanted him to run for president in 1988. I was the chairman of his Presidential Exploratory Committee in 2000. I wanted him to run in 2012 because I thought Mitt Romney looked to me like a loser. And finally, Donald Trump answered the call. Let's be clear. Some men run for president to be someone. Donald Trump ran for president to do something, to make America great again. Donald Trump didn't run for president to get a nicer house. He already had a nicer house. Donald Trump didn't run for president to get a bigger plane. Donald Trump already had a bigger plane. Donald Trump didn't run for president to become well known. He was already the best known businessman on the face of the planet. Let's look at the results, if we may. Barack Obama told us you could not just wave a wand and bring manufacturing jobs back to America, that those jobs weren't coming back. But 500,000 jobs were created in the manufacturing sector in the last quarter, and another 300,000 were announced yesterday. Donald Trump has created 4.8 million jobs since he became president. Wage growth is at the fastest rate in American history, and unemployment is at its lowest point since 1969. Our GDP growth is approximately twice than the average of that of his predecessor, then Barack Obama. In fact, President Obama takes credit for our current economy. Nice try. And then there's canceling the Iran deal, which virtually everyone in the foreign policy elite community said you could not do. Paying billions of dollars to the Iranians, that's over the table. Bribing them with millions of dollars of cash on pallets, disappearing into the pockets of corrupt Iranian politicians in a deal with people whose words cannot be trusted. Days after he was elected, Donald Trump told me he would end the Iranian deal, and against all the advice of the foreign policy elites in Foggy Bottom, he has kept his promise to the American people. Above all, Donald Trump is a businessman. He's a deal maker. He's interested, as Ronald Reagan was, in not having 100% of the loaf, but getting most of the loaf. He understands give and take. He understands the art of compromise. And he is sick and tired of seeing the United States being the patsy for the world when it comes to trade. Now, this is just my opinion. The president says he's a tariff man. I don't think that's really true. I think he believes in using tariffs as a cudgel to bring those who have cheated us to the table to make a fairer deal. And you have seen in the new trade agreement with Canada and Mexico the very best of Donald Trump, other than some of the internet censorship stuff they slid into that agreement, which we're going to talk about a little later. Since the beginning of this administration, Donald Trump has rankled the two-party elite who like the status quo. And we have a special counsel who has seemingly no interest whatsoever in the illegal, unconstitutional use of FISA warrants to spy on Donald Trump's campaign. No interest in the illegal financing of the dirty dossier paid for through laundered campaign funds from Hillary Clinton, and utilizing Russian intelligence assets to compile it. No interest in the infiltration of Donald Trump's campaign by Barack Obama's FBI. No interest in the treasonous financial crime of all time, Uranium One. No, the Russian collusion delusion is meant to be a diversion from all of that. Now, some of you may have noticed that I have been in the press this week. I'm not going to discuss the specifics of my case, but I am going to say that I find it odd that I am charged with being untruthful to the Congress when FBI Director James Comey lied under oath about leaking classified information. When psychopath former CIA director and radical Muslim convert John Brennan lied to the Congress about the role that the so-called phony dossier played in the FISA warrants used to spy on Donald Trump's campaign, lied about tapping into a computer of a Senate committee that was investigating illegal torture by the CIA. Why hasn't Mr. Brennan been prosecuted for lying to Congress? When FBI Director, Associate Director Andrew McCabe lied to the Congress, why hasn't he been prosecuted for perjuring himself? And then, of course, there's General James Clapper. He testified under oath before the Congress, saying that no, there was no metadata collection program on Americans until the Intercept and Edward Snowden showed that was a lie. Where is General Clapper now? He's teaching ethics at Vermont College, and he's a paid talking head for CNN. When will the raid on General Clapper's home be executed? And then, of course, there's Huma Abedin and Cheryl Mills. They lied about Hillary's illegal secret email server. They were allowed to destroy their laptop computers, and they were given immunity by the Justice Department. Why is there no interest in the Senate Intelligence or Judiciary Committee in these crimes? Why, when Senator Lindsey Graham explained that he was going to reopen those investigations, did the Democrats say, well, that's old news? One of them even said, I think it was Senator Whitehouse from Rhode Island, next thing you know, they'll want to re-examine Benghazi. You know what? That's a damn good idea. Some of you may have read about a stunning raid on my home this past week. I am not going to discuss the specifics of the case against me. That is for the courtroom and will come in due time, other than to say I will put up a vigorous defense and I will plead not guilty.